It's time to start Dishin Days with your hosts, Tony Moore, Michael Mattis, Justin Lee Hareld, and Araceli Aviles. And now, let's dish. Why, hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Dishin Days, where we're serving up a full dish of this week's episodes of Peacock's exclusive #1 award-winning hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. If you haven't already, make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. We are Dishin Days Show on Facebook and Dishin Days on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads. Also, if you are watching us live through our YouTube channel and you haven't subscribed yet, in the words of Jennifer Love Hewitt, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification. That way you'll never miss when we're going live or when we've uploaded a brand new video for you. And while you're on our YouTube channel, take a look around. Visit past episodes, interviews with some of your favorite Days cast members, and our little appearances on the daytime Emmy red carpet or Day of Days. So check it all out on our YouTube channel, Dishin Days. And if you want to be an exclusive member of our exclusive members only exclusive page, you can hit the join button while you're on our YouTube channel. For $4.99 a month, you can get some exclusive before everybody else sees content, including Justin Lee Hareld deep dive into Those Were the Days, where he takes you further into those days. And we also get some friendly advice from our cool tia. Ms. Araceli Aviles gives those Salemites the advice that they need. So make sure you check that out. And you can hang out with us during our virtual events once a month. For those who are members, we're not having one this month, but we'll be back next month. So join us on our exclusive members only page, $4.99 a month. Also, if you need to take us on a long car ride, or if you're taking a dip in the pool or dipping your toes in sand, you can keep up with what's happening on Dishin Days and in Salem by finding us on your favorite podcast station. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Just search for Dishin Days and take us along with you. We'll enjoy that, and so will you. Also, make sure you show some love to our former co-host and my chocolate twin, Mr. James Lott Jr., who's serving up a couple of forks, knives, and spoons of his own. Check out his recaps of Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, and General Hospital, including some original audio dramas produced, directed, created, and starring Mr. James Lott Jr., JLJ Media on YouTube and where all podcasts can be found, because JLJ is the only person that I know who's old enough to have swam the Rio Grande with Araceli's grandfather.
Hey, at least it makes sense.
They usually all do. New material alert. All right, so now usually when we start this show, I ask you guys, what did we think about this week's episodes of Days? But today, I have a new question.
Ooh, okay.
Which storylines are you guys gravitating towards?
Ooh.
Which ones are you enjoying right now? Or which one?
I'll go first. I'm enjoying Gwen being back, just in general, and she's kind of bouncing around right now. And the Xander stuff, Sarah, even though it's getting to be like a little repetitive, I still am interested in where it goes next. Like, I want to see where it goes next. And now they're kind of having Xander interact with others a little bit more. And it's like, oh, are they trying to start something? Anyway. And then who shot EJ? I want to know who shot EJ. That's what I'm like, tell us who shot him.
Yeah. So half the show. Justin.
Me, anything Gwen related, I'm loving at the moment. I think it's so good to have Emily O'Brien back. And I'm liking the cat Rafe stuff, ISA stuff. I'm liking that stuff that's going on. Yeah. Everything else, I'm like, okay, everything else I feel like it's stalled, but I'm liking those two storylines.
All right. Araceli, what about you?
I will make it 3 for 3 with the return of Gwen. Like I can't just just keep Emily O'Brien on my screen forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am really enjoying the Baby Tesoro storyline.
Mhm.
Really,
Yeah.
they made a smart decision with pulling a bunch of different people who you wouldn't have expected to be in it. They're now in it, and I'm really enjoying seeing where it'll go.
Yeah. I have to piggyback on the cat stuff. I'm interested in only because I feel like they're now finally figuring out what to do with Cat. I find the Sophia storyline very interesting only because Rachel Boyd is really driving that.
Mhm.
And I will say it's a interesting. The kidnapping. I don't know why, but like I feel like I was just like, how is this gonna pan out? So
Yeah.
I'm like interested in like, I don't know, because you know how this is gonna go. But we'll get into that. I was about to say something else, but we'll get into all of that and do a deep dive. And listen, you guys tell us which storylines you're enjoying. You guys can also tell us what storylines you're not enjoying so much. Maybe that'll be a question for us soon. But in the meantime, let's take a deep dive into this week's episodes, shall we? It is now time to start Dishin Days. I love that someone cleared their throat just to make sure it came out nice and clear. Michael Mattis. I knew it was Michael Mattis.
Gotta come out nice and clear.
That was a Michael Mattis let me clear my throat moment. All right, y'all. Let's start it off with our top storylines, and we'll start with it's your civic duty to be on jury duty. First of all, can we name another time where they have ever mentioned jury duty?
I know, right?
I love this angle into this. How do you take, first of all, welcome back the courtroom. There's an actual courtroom set. It looks beautiful.
Wait, can we just have a pause and a moment for the courtroom? It looks amazing. Thank you, Martha Madison, who posted like some behind the scenes, like a behind the scenes video of it. Shout out to Tom Early and his team, who I know had to get that together at Days. Y'all did that, which means, listen, if they had to build a set, that means we in for some stuff.
I was telling Justin before the show, I was like, we're going to be seeing that courtroom like every other episode for the next year.
It's gonna be for no reason.
Pieces, yeah.
Like all of a sudden, like Gwen's gonna be like, "Meet you at the courtroom, man," and then she's just gonna be sitting there having a random conversation in the courtroom.
I know.
Weddings in the courtroom. You know what? Maybe they can alter the court. Maybe the courtroom can be altered to look like a new church somehow.
It maybe
a window. Maybe, yeah, it does kind of.
And nobody's saying that you have to have like the full jury courtroom experience. You have to fill it up with a bunch of extras. It's like there are a lot of courtroom stuff. There's a lot of legal stuff that we can do with that space that doesn't involve necessarily having a lot of people in it. But I love this angle that they did with the jury duty, that being the way into the trial. It was hilarious.
You just mentioned like filling you up with extras, and then now like hearing that they're selecting a jury. Can you imagine if Days was like, okay, here's like a little haha, nudge nudge, wink wink moment that Michael Mattis always loved. Can you imagine if like they got us and like other like soap people, and we were all just sitting there.
Right.
Like the four of us, James, Tammy Govea,
Errol and Melanie,
Michael Fairman, Michael Maloney.
Yeah.
Do you think
what's her name from Soap She Knows?
Do you think that we as podcasters, just because we do kind of weekly examine all angles of something, do you think that we would make good jurors?
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. We would. Not that I would want to.
You're the only person that I know that could get a call from Days to be like, "Hey, we want you guys all on," and you're like, "No, I'm good."
Well, no, I don't want to be on that jury.
Well, you ain't got no choice.
No, but it's like jury duty is boring. The problem is that you can examine all angles, but here's the problem: is that jury duty is either boring or you end up in some like high profile trial where they hold you hostage.
Sequestering, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just always like, if that ever happens to me, I'll be like, "Oh my God, hey, I know him."
Do you believe you can be impartial? Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like whatever the crime is, whatever if the crime is like someone got robbed, be like, well, someone robbed my mom and got away with it. So all robbers need to burn in hell or burn, get it.
Yeah. It's like, are you judgy? Yes, I'm gay. Next. Next question.
Being judgy and gay did not stop Leo from being put on the jury.
Well, and neither did that baby. I love the fact that he was going to use the baby as a thing to like get out of jury duty.
They were like, "Don't you have 4 adults who could watch that baby?" He was like,
yeah, no. But I feel like this is going to be like a big thing, and I think what's interesting about this storyline is that it can involve so many, but also alter so many relationships. It can alter EJ and Belle. It can alter Johnny and EJ. It could alter Chanel and Johnny. Maybe.
I know. So far, Chanel and Johnny have been, we're one unit, but I feel like this is eventually going to lead to friction.
Something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a good setup for hopefully a good like umbrella storyline. I think.
Also, EJ and Belle, that could backfire.
Yeah.
I mean, they already had. They go.
I mean,
they go back and
they go back and forth.
They're on thin ice
every week. Belle's like, "I hate you.
Come upstairs."
Yeah, and then she's like, "No, what the fuck?" And then she's like, they have an argument, and then she storms out, and I did cackle when she stormed out of the Dimera mansion in that one scene.
Yeah, I usually don't like repeats because this is almost word for word the same argument they had before he was shot. When they slept together before he was shot, but Martha Madison and Dan Miracle just made this. They kind of made this one less intense and more hilarious. Yeah. So I responded well to it.
But does it always have to be like in bed post?
Yeah, right. They just need go ahead.
And not just once, but twice. Like, girl, like, you know what Belle should start doing? Belle should start
not going over to the house.
That, but also once you're done, just be like, okay, before we start arguing, let me go.
Yeah, they need to institute some rules in this relationship. If they're
quit it and quit it is what she needs to do.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, shout out to Martha Madison, who today is celebrating 21 years of getting the phone call that she is the new Belle. Yeah, so shout out to Martha Madison. I think she posted that today. So shout out to her.
And the world breathed a collective sigh of relief.
Who you telling? Because
leave now. Let's not drag you.
No, let's. It's a tradition.
Let's stay in positive thought.
Look, I can't help what shows up in my timeline.
Same. And
let's leave her
once
be
the-
wherever
once the-
she
once-
is. Hopefully, she is happy and living a fruitful life. And let's.
But we will never forget.
But
We will
hashtag-
never forget. Good Lord.
the fact that they made her wear a wig to look
Yes.
like Martha's hair.
That's
From her
right.
last episode.
Yes, they did.
I was like, that's kind of let the girl keep her hair and then explain it when Martha starts.
They said, baby, we setting up your departure now, honey. Put this wig on. Put this wig on.
And I saw the scene where someone comes in and is like, oh my God, great extensions. I was like, this. Watching it again all these years later, I'm like, it's so awkward. Like, they could have probably transitioned that out a little better.
They should have never put that in.
You know?
Philip, what do you mean?
Gosh.
Oh God, I can't.
I just imagine being like in. Sorry, we're going on the tangent, but I can remember being in my house in South Carolina and seeing her and thinking, girl, like who? Where did you come from, baby?
How'd you get past casting? Yeah,
And that was a big role.
that was a big role. Yeah,
let me tell you something. Marnie would never.
yeah. I
Marnie
just
would
pictured that.
never.
Never.
No,
And
absolutely
Marnie
not.
we trust.
Marnie would have had Martha in there to begin with.
Mhm.
Right, girl. Okay. Anyway, so back
Girl.
to jury duty. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be. This is going to be big. Like they're really setting this up and really like setting the tone for a throwdown.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Someone
It's-
mentioned sorry.
No, okay.
Someone mentioned Tim Rowell, the Amy Choi and Leo. I
Mhm.
keep going back and forth about this character of Amy Choi because she, on one hand, she plays like stick up her ass, tight ass really well, and then she'll flip. And then like the scene where she was talking about the baby and talking to the baby and talking to Leo, and I'm like, oh, I like her.
Well,
I
this
I feel like this character and this actress has the potential to be permanent in some way
Mhm.
outside of Sophia and the adoption,
Yeah.
and it would just be a matter of figuring out where. But the more I watch her, the more I like her. And I know it's been like she's been on for months, but she was kind of a one note character for so long. But now
Mhm.
she's and I think what really and it was what started it was how she was so intently reading One Stormy Night in the middle of the house.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's important to show characters like that who are, who have conventions, who are, very strong in their faith and their beliefs, but have the ability to bend and have the ability to listen when it comes to the people that they love and issues that they care about, because
Mhm.
that I think that's a three-dimensional character. That's a proper three-dimensional character. And Janae Nielsen is just a sweetheart in real life too. So, we adore her. So it's I feel like she's just really playing all of the dimensions of Amy Choi and what's important to her and her fears really, really well.
Can we all laugh at ourselves now? Because there was a moment where the majority of us took one line that Amy Choi said and thought the storyline was going to go in one direction,
Mhm.
and it never did.
No.
It was when she first met up with Brady and Tate and said, "Nice house." We said, "Oh, she a gold digger.
Gold digger.
Oh, she gonna use that baby." And
Maybe
nothing
okay.
else
So that was
happened.
under. Wait, was that under strike writers, Ron or Ron? It wasn't under the current writers. It was under a
No.
different writing regime.
So
So
then it had to be under Ron.
That was under Ron.
most likely, yeah. So maybe his direction was different than what's happened.
Oh,
Or like you
no.
said, it could have been the strike writers, and then
I think y'all
can't
just
remember.
way read into that.
Or maybe they just dropped it in case they wanted to,
Mhm.
I don't
mean,
know.
I
I'm
still
gonna.
firmly believe that there's another side to this character. I feel like I'm waiting for like the other shoe to drop. Not that she's gonna be like this wild freak or anything, but I'm just waiting. You know what I mean? Like this, like she's too buttoned up. I need like something else, and I feel like maybe, hopefully, they're gonna give us something. You know, Shani's amazing and great, and if you know Shani, she's the opposite of Amy Choi. So
Mhm.
I'd be interested to see her play something a little different. But we did get the husband's name this week, so I'm like, okay, are they going to give us a husband now? Because
Talk about the husband.
they haven't toyed about it, but they vaguely mentioned the husband before, and then they kind of don't mention him sometimes. So now this time they showed her actually talking to him, and then I think he got a name. I think this week it was it Sam or Tim or
Yeah,
something like that.
Sam, yeah.
Sam. So I'm like, okay, is Sam? Are we going to see Sam soon? Or are we going to delve into like that relationship a little bit more? But yeah, I'd like to see more another side of her.
Mhm.
Yeah, she already is a three-dimensional character. I mean, she enjoys good light reading now and again.
Oh, you talking about Stormy?
Yes.
Stormy Night. I thought
Yeah.
you meant like reading, like as in like telling people off reading.
Look, she
That
can
too,
look,
I feel like.
she can read many different
she did that to
things.
EJ in court.
She can read many different things, and then she can give people a read. And I mean, like, people think like, oh, she's a religious character. I'm like, well, how do you think she got all her kids?
Mm.
Hello.
No, I mean
that's coming from Araceli.
Yeah, from the seat of the jury, she basically said "F you and your son" to EJ. So that was
everything
pretty...
short. Everything short of yes.
Y'all, can I make a confession?
Oh god.
And it's something that I really need to stop doing.
Ooh.
I need to stop watching Days late at night, because when I think I'm taking a nap during the commercials, I think I actually sleep through the rest of the episode. And I think that's what happened with Thursday's episode, because I woke up and it was Friday's episode, and I thought to myself, I'll just keep going with it, because I was like, surely I wasn't that far from the end.
Yeah.
And then as we're talking, I'm like, I missed that whole section of like the jury duty, and
you gotta watch it. She's good in it. She basically does. She basically puts them in their place. EJ.
Yes.
You know, the question was, do you feel like you can be objective? And she's like, no.
Ah!
I forgot what she
She's
said.
like, you ruined my. She's like, you ruined Sophia's chance, and then Belle see, like, she gets giddy and like, oh, she doesn't like EJ, so she's like, oh, well, will you be impartial to Johnny? And then she's like, no, I hate him too. Like, basically, she's like,
well, I mean, granted, like the whole adoption and all that kind of stuff, like, it makes sense. So yeah, she's dismissed.
Yeah.
Leo Stark, though, imagine being on a sequestered jury. I would break the rules. Michael. I would break the rules so quickly just to get out of that jury. I'd be like, yeah, press, I will tell you whatever you want to know just to get myself out of this mess.
I suddenly just pictured a scene of like Michael Madden standing like and getting coffee and already being annoyed that like he's on jury duty, and Leo coming up to him and like talking in a very Leo tone at a very Leo pace. And Michael Madden's just kind of looking at him, rolling his eyes, and then walking away, and Leo being like, well, that was rude. And then me over in the corner being like, do it again.
I would look on the bright side, because at least Leo would keep you from falling asleep. Because there is some jury duty where you're just like you're there for like till like way early in the morning. They don't let you go until very late at night, and then you're like, oh my god, I need a nap.
You know what I hope? I hope we get the Leo faces that we got during the wedding.
Yes.
During the trial.
They zoomed in on him.
Yeah.
Him finding out information, being like,
no. This trial shouldn't be about Leo's reaction.
It's gonna be.
Well, it's not going to be about the truth because we know that Johnny didn't shoot him. So I'm going to take the entertainment I can get.
And well, but actually, this it happened already because I don't know if you guys noticed the background actress in the court.
Yes!
Martha posted about her.
Yeah, and she was just like, but she reminds me of the extras who are in the actual like the courtroom shows that we see. And when people are talking, if you look back, people are like,
yeah, right.
It reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I wish I was there because I would have been like, oh.
See, now I want that kind of experience in the courtroom because I want some entertainment, some like shock value. I mean, you know, ever since they canceled Jerry Springer and Maury, things got boring.
Oh my gosh, I used to love when they would fight on Jerry, and then they would run away from the camera on Maury.
They'd go in the back, and they'd fall off their chair. They'd run, and then the camera would be like
Maury. Maury went just like this. It'd be like, Michael Mattis, you are the father.
She's lying. You don't know.
Or it was like, I told you.
In hindsight, we did not give those camera operators enough of their dues.
There should have been a camera on the camera operator who had to run.
You know what ruined those shows is like people suing, and then you know people sue for whatever, and then they're like, okay, we can't do it anymore.
Right. Well,
I think that's happening.
It was so produced.
Huh?
It's so produced.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining.
It was. Anyway, we digress. So I guess we're gonna look forward to this trial. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on.
I like that we were, some part of me believed that EJ actually remembered what was happening, what had happened, EJ actually remembered what happened and was faking that he didn't. But this week, there was that scene with him alone,
looking through the photos.
Yeah, and like struggling to remember. So I'm like, okay, fine. He doesn't remember. I'm off the idea that he like planned it, had something to do with it. Knows, yeah.
I can tell you what he does remember.
Well, an asshole, but he doesn't remember.
He does remember that gunshot though, because it scared me.
Remember the gunshot? He just doesn't remember who.
That's one aspect I feel like I wonder if that was dropped by the new writers, or maybe if Ron had stayed. Because I felt like before they were trying, it seemed like they were setting up like a PTSD thing for him where that was happening a little more. And I felt like they kind of dropped that until we saw like this past week where he sort of jumps every time he thinks he hears a gunshot kind of a thing. So
I would too.
Yeah, no.
I still do it now.
Yeah.
It could be a balloon popping.
Oh God, balloon popping is the worst.
That happened at the Dollar Tree on Friday.
Oh.
And because they have the balloons there, and one of them popped, and
and everybody just hits the deck.
I was like, oh shit.
Tim, first of all, welcome Tim, who just joined us as a new member. But also that gunshot woke Tony up after falling asleep and watching Days. But
Facts.
But all right, let's move on to the next top storyline, which is Mr. Mom. Y'all know how I feel about this Xander Sarah storyline, because the whole time I kept looking at Xander being like, okay, listen, I get it, but this is a moment where one of you could kind of compromise to make the relationship better. And if she wanted to leave to go to Bermuda, then let her. She would have to come back to Salem at some point. But also, just trust, like this could have put them on the path of like getting better. And then it didn't. And I was like,
and he went low.
Oh,
I
so low.
When he called her mentally unstable, I literally was like,
Oh,
I was like, oh man. Oh,
And
man.
she doesn't even know yet that Gwen's back in town.
Yeah.
No.
oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
But also so that was a moment also when I was like, the writers really just, y'all just hate Xander and Sarah, don't you, at this point? Like, and then was like, and then started naming all the stuff and being like pretending to be some heirs. Sarah, I said it before Sarah when I was like, she was drugged. You know that.
And she said it once by your girlfriend.
Yeah. And so it's just like, oh.
It was a low blow because he knows that it was not that maybe, you know, she's had some mental health issues, but she's not mentally unstable. And what he was throwing back in her face was not of her doing or was not of natural mental illness. It was induced by something else. And so for her to, you know, for him to throw that in her face. Well, because I was like, you know, Sarah's side. Nope, now I'm on Xander's side. Nope, now I'm back on Sarah's side because, you know, but they can't keep like this repetitive nature of them. You know, one of them does something, the other one shows up and starts bitching at them about it, and then the other one does something and retaliate, shows up, and starts bitching about it, and you end up at square one when you've shown you guys have the possibility of having a civil conversation. You just need to not take digs at each other.
I think a judge is gonna, or they're gonna have to go to, maybe not the judge. I think they're gonna have to go to mediation, and a mediator is gonna have to just kind of set the ground rules for them because they can't come to an agreement at this point. They just don't trust each other.
And it's weird because, like we said, they've done this before. We had this storyline literally 2 years ago when they worked out custody before they got back together. You know what I mean? It's like, you've done this before. I understand the circumstances are a little different. You're not, I mean, you were happily married. You were divorced before the first time too. But again, you're in contention with each other a lot more than you were back then. But like, you've already done this. Like, I will say though, I thought the Renee stuff was like, okay, he knows he's using that as, but which I didn't even think of when even Sarah caught it and said, I know what you're going to say when I took Rachel. And I was like, oh yeah, that is another knot that, you know, if we're like making the notches of each of them have on their side, I was like, that is something he probably will bring up in court, that you have a history of taking children.
And it is, and then the context of surrounding her taking Rachel would need to be presented, that she was duped into thinking, partially because of Xander.
Well, true, but that wasn't. That wasn't like the Renee stuff is not her fault at all. That's someone like, but the Rachel stuff, she took Rachel and kidnapped a child. That is something that courts do not like. That, you know, that's something against her.
Yeah.
That's a black.
Well, no, I'm saying it's almost something against Xander too, because then it would be brought up that he switched the bait. He helped Victor with Victor's help switch the babies. So again, it's just like, okay, you both end up on a level playing field.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it. So and now, honestly, he shouldn't bring it up. He shouldn't bring up the Renee stuff. Like they can work this out, but it's just frustrating to see it go like in circles.
I just think, and I don't know how everyone else feels, I just don't feel like everything that's happening is truly justified. Like, like these characters are not characters who can actually like have a conversation about Victoria and be able to share custody and things like that. And I feel like the dialogue now is very much like maybe what if we wanted to take it a step far to be like, oh, but he hit Philip, so why would she leave the baby alone with him? But there's also the main part of us that would be like, he would never hurt Victoria. You know what I mean?
Never.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of like we're saying stuff and having them say stuff so that it justifies this hate that they have for each other. But let's not forget, at some point, you have to make us like them together again.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're the end goal. Now listen, I saw him with Gwen, and I'm like, I don't mind if couples move on.
A lot of people saw him with Gabby this week, and they're like, "Oh, yeah. Gabby and Xander." So
Yeah, I like the Gabby stuff. It felt like he was like the compassionate, understanding Xander, as opposed to just being angry at the world kind of thing. Was nice. Honestly, I could have done without the Xander stuff this week. I feel like there wasn't much. Also, they were making such a big deal about him being gone, and it was like, I haven't seen you in a month, and she doesn't recognize me. And I was like, okay, this is a little overkill. He was gone for like a week. Like, you know what I mean? She's over one. She recognizes who you are. Like, I do understand. Like, I will agree the sort of trauma or turmoil like a toddler will go through if one parent's like out of it or their parents aren't getting along. That makes sense. But I don't know. I just thought it was a little overkill. Like, she doesn't, he can't soothe her anymore because he was gone. Like,
oh no, let me tell you, that part actually is no joke. When you want to get the kid to bed and they feel unfamiliar with you, because then 10 minutes turns into half an hour, turns into an hour, turns into 3 hours. That's no joke.
I love how they also had the kid say "mama." Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, what scene was I can't remember.
I think it was earlier in the week. Before Gabby came in.
Missing, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, kids miss, sometimes just want to be with their mom. And I'm like, this is all the reason why y'all just need to co-parent. Like, Xander, you could have let that girl just go to Bermuda.
Yeah.
Like, she would have been fine. Her and Victoria get out of Salem. Like, who wouldn't want to get out of Salem? A girl.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I felt like what they were trying to convey was that he needs Sarah's help as well because he can't do it by himself. Which I'm like, okay, great, but that I'm like Azalea Banks at the Breakfast Club, and
like he did it before by himself when he was a single dad and everything was fine. Like,
what now?
Yeah.
Bottom line, they need each other, but they can't trust each other, so somebody's got to step in.
All right. Well, that was that storyline. I feel like we breezed through that one too.
I mean,
there's not much more. There wasn't much development. Like,
it was the same conversation again.
Over.
Yes, it was. I'll backpedal. I concur with Justin that it was nice to see Xander's empathetic side with Gabby.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that was the nice part of that story.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next top storyline, shall we? Oh, what did you? Oh, Taken, Salem edition, number 5,687. Two things. One, I was like, these are this generation's kids. Her phone was not off, which is what his old ass forgot to do. And my first thought was, so Tate doesn't have Holly's location? Like, they haven't shared locations with each other?
Maybe I could buy that, since if they just got back together, I buy that.
But even if they just got back together, like, the only other way I would buy it is if in a fit of rage she was just like, I'm just gonna like undo it. But I feel like they've been on at least good terms enough to where I don't think she stopped sharing the location. So that was my first thing. The second thing was, and I'm going to ask this question, and I want all of us to go around and answer it. I also want people in the chat to answer it.
Okay.
How much money do you think was owed to them people that would force him to kidnap Ari and Holly?
$50,000.
50,000. Okay.
75,800.
Am I alone? What am I, a loan shark?
I don't know. Why?
I don't know. I don't know what's enough money for that.
But what do you
3,000.
use? That you think 3,000?
I say 3,000 because it make nothing about this storyline makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't. $3,000 because Tate also would have had to have that much money. So you know what I mean? Like they're making it sound like he owes $1 million, but it can't be so like
Araceli, if you could take a guess, how much?
I would say maybe like 5 to 10. That's what you generally should have in the bank saved up for a car.
Right.
For a down payment on a car.
This whole time, every time he was like, "You got that money you owe us?" I wanted to be like, "How much he owe you?"
I know.
Like, do we need to start a GoFundMe?
At this point, the GoFundMe would have probably raised more.
Because the thing about it is, I'm confused because I thought all debts were I thought everything was paid for, and then all of a sudden this goon comes out of nowhere and it's like, "You still owe us money." It's like, what you mean? I got a receipt that says I paid.
Interest.
But then
Leo gave him $1,000 for the interest. He paid that, and then it's still more money.
Right.
That's the thing about
remember
borrowing
Holly,
money from people without contracts. They can make up whatever rules they want.
But Holly also gave him money too to get out of it initially. That's what
I'm saying. Like it has to. It makes this because it has to be enough for them to want to kidnap 2 young women.
Right.
What? 2 young white women too? Like let's be
well.
Wait, yeah.
Ari is part.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't be disregarding her half.
Exactly. But it's also enough that Doug is also still sort of making payments on it. You know what I mean? And borrowing here and there. Like
it got too convoluted to the point where at one point this week I was watching and I was like, do we even know what he owed money for?
No,
we don't.
It was when he first came in town.
And then the necklace.
He did explain this.
No, he did. Yeah,
he did explain it at one point. He did. Who was he talking to? He was talking to Leo, I think.
Leo, yeah.
And he did explain it. Something about. Yeah, see that I know he explained it, but I think our general point is that it just didn't make sense when he explained it. He didn't make sense when he didn't explain it, and we're kind of over it. We're over it. The girls are gone. The men are useless, and the only people who could actually ride to the rescue at this point were Kat and Felicity.
Oh, because Felicity found the ring. Rafe was actually kind of useful.
Yeah.
Well,
he was.
Okay. Yeah. Rafe was. I'll give him that. Rafe was useful. Because he got a lot of information quickly, and he knew enough about the situation to call in reinforcements right away. But let's be clear, the heroes of this story are Kat and Felicity. They have done more. They did more in an hour than this story, and this story that has been dragging on for months.
You know what they didn't mention? So when someone takes a picture with an iPhone, most likely the geo coordinates, if you open it in Photoshop, you can look at the data behind the photo, and there's usually coordinates where the photo was taken. But I guess that was, anyone can do that, but I guess it had to be the ISA.
Can we talk about the photo?
Yes, because I cackled, and this will come up later, when the photo came up and it was like this beauty professional, looked like it could be like a video cover.
It's like you're scared, but make it fashion.
Yeah.
Taking the Holly and Ari story. You know what I mean? I was like, that's the photo.
It also looks like one of those posters for a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just saying.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Missing. It's called Missing. The tale
Holly
of
Jonas and Ari.
Holly
and
Jonas
Holly.
and-
it's called,
and
it's
Ari.
called
Yeah.
The Wrong Boyfriend. Looks like you picked the wrong
Yes.
boyfriend.
Yeah. Mother
Vivica
may
A.
sleep
Fox-
with danger fine.
Vivica A.
Yeah.
Fox will play the detective.
Yeah.
And at the very end, she'll be sitting with the two of them, and Vivica will say, "Looks like you picked the wrong boyfriend." And then they'll shake their heads like, "We sure did." End.
And then a commercial, and then the replay.
Yeah.
No, and then the extended version with like, commentary.
When have they ever done that on Lifetime?
Lifetime used to do that. They did that for they would show like the main feature and then like a special edition after, or the night after they would do like a director's cut or something. They used to go hard with their movies. They used to be
Oh yeah, like the early 2000 movies, like 03, 05. Those are good.
God. That class ring thing was like, I was like, what? Someone's gonna find your class ring and deduce that you've been taken? Like, what?
No, Felicity just said she found the ring.
No, I know, but I'm saying Holly's intention was, let me drop the ring so that people will deduce that I've been kidnapped from finding my ring in an alleyway. Like,
It reminds me of that episode of Jim and the Holograms where Jim and the Holograms got kidnapped, and Synergy was like, Jerica, what's happening? And she looks at the earring, and then she takes it off and she flicks it, and it lands on the ground. And it's like, Jerica, dun, 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 dun. And it went to it was like the end of the episode.
so that's where they got it from. That's it.
Yes, that was the inspiration. That was the inspiration of it. Absolutely. I will also, okay. Before I say that, I will say this. I feel like also this generation should have been taught, okay, in case of a kidnapping, this is what you do. If you end up at the Dimera tunnels, this is how you get out. Always keep this on you just in case. Like, because I feel like too many, now there's too many kidnappings, fake deaths, like all that for people not to be more aware.
No, you know what it is? They watch the wrong TV shows. That's the thing.
Who?
This generation, like, they don't watch like mainstream TV in order to learn these things, or they don't watch documentaries in order to learn these things.
That's not what I'm talking about.
And then nobody tells them, because they don't want to have actual conversations, and they don't want to watch like mainstream things that'll actually teach them these things. Whereas like we come from the generation like where you were told, like, do this if you notice this, and like that was the first thing that I was taught when I turned 13 was like keys in between the knuckles. And
I do that when I take Bimby out at night. I take my keys and I hold them in my pocket with one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great for real life. I'm talking about how to live in Salem.
Yeah.
As Tim just said it, Salem's Guide to Surviving as a Resident. Like
Surviving Salem, a guide.
Yes. I feel like these kids, like Holly and Tate and everyone, should have went through a crash course either with Brady or Marlena or Rafe or somebody. All these people who have been kidnapped before, even Rafe just recently, to be like, okay, because we're going to teach y'all how to be better than us.
So, for example, if somebody that you've known your whole life starts suddenly acting strangely, you shouldn't assume that they've been poisoned. You should assume that they've been replaced with a doppelganger.
Yeah, exactly. If you feel in your gut that someone is acting strange, play it cool. Make sure though you get some sort of DNA and take it to Kayla so that way we can test it. But do it quietly, because if you say anything, you're going to tip them off, and then they're going to pay someone in the university hospital to switch the results.
Okay, two things about that. One of them I rolled my eyes, the other one I cracked up. Okay, the discernment of the thug when Ari and Holly were like, my family's rich. My family's richer. And then the guy was like, oh no, I don't want your family's millions of dollars. I'm gonna wait for poor Doug to like bring me a bag of money. I was like, what? Come on now.
Who already
The money.
the same guy who told you he's working at the pub and working as many hours as he can to pay you back. I don't know. $500 that your
family's money. Yeah. That and I did
real thug. A real thug would have been like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, call your grandmother. Put an extra 10 on it. Yeah. I cracked up when like when Doug was standing there talking to Rave, and then Tate runs out and is like, it's that guy, get him. And okay, that cracked me up for some reason because I feel like no one ever does that on the show. They always like wait and let the guy get away before they catch up to him or something. But Tate was on it. That did crack me up.
That whole scene, was a cackle because first of all, how Doug looked like just so unconcerned.
There.
Yeah,
that's number one.
Do anything.
No, he was just like
Doug the third seemed a little checked out.
Number two,
this week.
Number two, Rafe comes up. Doug Williams, I want to talk to you about the kidnapping of Holly and Ari, and then the guy had enough time to go, I told you no comment.
I know, right?
And then threatened, and then Rafe's just like,
I know. That's what made the contrast so funny with Tate running out.
But the thing about it is, Rafe could have like already started chasing him because as a cop, does that not look suspicious?
That should have looked suspicious.
That's right. But Rafe was still just Doug Williams. Doom, 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 doom. Oh, someone's running. And then then he just walks up to Doug like, not even like, what was that? Like he couldn't even get that out before Tate's like, that's the guy. And then finally they're like, oh. And it's like, and then
oh god,
to end it all, you just have Doug.
Doug's probably like, listen, I'm doing all this over $300. Like, you get like, I got two women, their lives are on my head. I got to work at the fucking pub. I live over
Justin Lee Hareld, you said the F word.
Oh god.
This is all
he just disassociated
yes.
from everything and was like, you know what, I'm done. Even when he was at the police station, he was like, whatever.
Doug had a gummy and went to work and then had to deal with the kidnapping, and he was just like, where am I?
Mm-hmm.
Where am I? Hilarious though.
Yeah.
I was like, well, at least they're steps closer to finding out where Holly and Ari are.
Friday's episode ended it was such a weird ending for a Friday episode.
Yeah, I agree.
And when the credits came on, I was like, oh, that was it.
Okay.
Wait, how did it end again?
Felicity gave what's his face the ring, and he was looking at it, and then the show ended.
Oh,
and it was that was like the cliffhanger. So I guess the cliffhanger was like, oh, now he has a clue of where she might be. So,
yeah, because
it wasn't that stellar of a cliffhanger. If that was
but then that doesn't make sense because Rafe called Kat to look at the photo, and she was able to know where Holly and Ari were.
Yeah. So,
does she know where they're at, or does she just got the footage?
She got
she
got the photo, and she was like,
she was able to find where they were, but remember, she hasn't met up with Felicity because she sent Chad to go pick up Felicity.
Yeah.
Oh God, Chad.
Can you imagine if like they were running and they ran into Felicity and they just kidnapped her too?
Oh.
Everybody leave Felicity alone. She's paying attention to things that all these other people aren't.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you, Felicity ain't got time. She got gymnastics and work. She ain't got time for all these shenanigans.
No, she doesn't. And yet she is the one that is actually picking up on stuff. She is noticing things that other people ignore.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I also feel like Felicity would shame a robber, like a kidnapper, into letting her go.
She'd be like, what are you doing?
She
shame.
would read him for
shame. Shame.
Yeah.
Shame. shame, shame.
And he would be like, okay, I don't want to hear this. You can go.
Felicity will probably try to outsmart, outwit the kidnapper. She'll say something like,
what I'm saying, like, would make him, like, would what am I trying to say? Would shame him, or like
she would read him for
judgy,
filth as a
like, yeah,
as a distraction, so someone else could like get things done.
I just imagine her sitting there and being like, I forgot to turn off the oven at Sweet Bits. I gotta go back.
Yeah, right. I know.
My mom is my sister is gonna be really mad at you, so don't make her mad. Take me back.
she would just walk off. She wouldn't even like like she wouldn't even try. Like she would just like yank away and walk away and be like, I gotta go check the oven. Go fuck yourself.
I feel like there would be a skull. It'd be like a and then an eye roll. Almost like, I don't have time for this kidnapping. I have to make a cake. Or actually, she probably would have been smart and would have been like, hold on, and then grab the cake.
Right.
And it's been like,
throw it in their face. Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
Ran off. Felicity said, not today, ho.
I'm money on Felicity in that.
You know, Felicity needs to be, you know, when you're training for a new job and they make you watch all those videos, Felicity will be the, hello, welcome to Salem's Guide to Staying Alive. I'm Felicity Green. I love it. All right. Anything else about this storyline?
No. Another part of it that doesn't make sense too, we didn't cover.
Oh no, any other part of this that's so convoluted?
Wait, what other part doesn't make sense?
No, we're saying, is there really any other part of it that couldn't make any more or less sense than?
Nah.
Is there more nonsensical items to talk about with this? I think we covered them all.
Yeah. We've covered the bases. It's we'll see what next week looks like with these shenanigans. Because what a mess. And I know everyone's like, you know, oh yay, like Doug is leaving. But to be honest, I feel like this is just another character that I'll feel like they could have done so much stuff with.
Yeah.
And it's sad because I feel like Peyton Meyer did a great job as Doug. Yeah. I just felt like the introduction of Doug came at the wrong time. Yeah. I wish that one of the set of writers were just settled in their vision for him.
Yep.
And they just went with that.
Yeah. Good character, bad timing.
We're seeing this as a pattern, though, where they bring in someone interesting or kind of dynamic that we're excited for, and they just, for lack of a better term, they sort of let them sit there on the vine, you know, waste on the vine. It's like you actually have to give them something to do. You actually have to write for them. Yeah. You can't just put them in a scene with these great actors, or you introduce them in an exciting way, and then you just kind of like let them flail for months.
Yeah, it's not for us. It's not for lack of good character. But you have to actually pay attention to them.
Yeah. I feel like the first big step that could have helped with the revitalization, see, I can use big words too, of the character would have been Julie forgiving him.
Yes.
Yeah. Or even just putting him in a different storyline once she threw him out.
Yes.
Like forgetting this whole he owes the loan shark, like build up the stuff with him and Leo, move forward with him and Holly in a different way.
Yes, what happened with that? That was just really just fell down. Like, are any of us really interested in seeing Holly and Tate 2.0?
I think we were all with Holly and Doug. Holly and Doug. Yeah, I think we were.
Yes, we were all on board. You guys, like, you did this again with us. You got us on board with them, and then just let nothing happen.
I was rooting more so for Doug and Holly than I was. Y'all know how I feel about. Like, yes. I feel like once he got out of jail, like Holly and Tate should have been like over with.
Yeah. I even liked him and Ari, that sort of like attraction.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is how they're gonna like revitalize him a bit. And then now he's out the door.
But then they made her clingy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, it must be that good.
No, I even would have been okay with that. If they would have like leaned into that triangle, I would have been fine with that. But it's just like make things interesting. Make it messy.
It actually, if you think about it, it would have been super messy because think about the players that would have been in it. So let's say we were rooting for Doug and Holly, right? But for some reason, Holly was like, I like just didn't want to go full on with it after Doug was like, yeah, I like you, right? Mm-hmm. So then Ari comes in town and Ari puts that thing on him. He's like, all right, like, she wants to be with me, so I'll do this. And then that's around the time Holly was like, you know what, I'll give Doug a try.
Yeah.
Which then makes Holly discover that Ari and Doug had hooked up, and she's like, oh, well, cancel Christmas on that. Goes back to Tate. And then it's this like push and pull of like Doug and Holly, but then we also see this push and pull of Tate and Sophia, and then clingy Ari trying to like maybe noticing that like there are times where Holly has his attention more, and then being clingy. Like it could have been some good stuff there.
Guys, give me the mess. I'm craving the mess. I'm craving the romance. I'm craving the just.
It's ironic because I think we always talk about this could have been a really great late teen, early 20s scene for them, especially with them bringing in Doug and Ari to spice things up. And now it seems like because again, like you don't have like Ari and Tate can never be together. They're related.
Right.
You don't have another, Aaron's in and out. So he's kind of there, kind of not there. Doug, they seem like they're getting rid of. So now it seems like we're stuck with the three girls, which is fine. But like, let's.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Aaron.
Yeah, like
because Aaron likes Sophia.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It could have been
another.
Yes, guys, give me the love. Look, I'm like halfway through this daiquiri blossom. I am gonna be fully transparent now. Like, I need the love. I need the mess. Even if it's just like this messy teen romance. They used to do those big sweeping promos on the summer of love, and everybody's like at the lake and in the bedroom or making mistakes and getting messy. It was just where is that?
I'm still stuck on the fact that you
blossom.
Yeah. Was that the name on the box?
No, it's the name of the drink.
She actually handcrafted her own cocktail today.
You made that?
Yes, I do. I make my own cocktails because I'm not going to the bar and paying like $15 for a drink that I can make myself at home.
Next time we're out, you are going up to a bartender and asking them to make I forgot it already.
Daiquiri blossom.
Daiquiri blossom. I just want to see the reaction.
Like, did you Google that?
Yeah.
Tony's
Only 4 ingredients.
And you have all 4 of them at the house?
Yes, it's easy. Rum, elderflower liqueur, simple syrup, and lime juice.
But who has elderflowers at the house?
No, it's elderflower liqueur.
But who has elderflower liqueur at the house?
You can get it at Target.
You either got 2 buck chuck, Stella, some sort of beer, and a vodka.
The fact that you think I would allow any of those things in my home proves how little you know my tastes.
I would.
For some reason, I feel like there's I kind of wish we didn't have these backgrounds because I would have you pan over to be like, take me to your bar.
Oh, my. I hate to break it to you, Tony. My bar is a drawer.
Of course it is.
Even better. Even better.
Of course it is.
It's a whole damn drawer.
You know what? Honestly, I wish my mom lived here because my mom was just saying, she's gonna text me in a second. But I think I've said this on the show before. My mom has a drawer of alcohol, but my mom doesn't drink, so it's literally like there for show. And so like maybe like a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, my mom was like, I really need to just get rid of this. I would have boxed that up and just gave it to you.
Yes.
It wouldn't have included elderflower liqueur though.
It's not that big a thing. I saw it yesterday at Target. I didn't get mine from Target, but then I was like, oh, Target sells it. Cool.
Anyway, so that was your top storyline. Your top storylines on Days, and we're going to get into our tidbits. And if you too like your elderflower liqueur, you can keep subscribing to us for more alcohol tidbits right here, along with info on your favorite soap opera days of our lives. But again, if you want to subscribe to us, make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. Dishin Days Show on Facebook and Dishin Days on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads. Also, make sure I told you my mom was going to say something. She said, stop telling my business. Isn't it funny how the roles reverse? Like, like when I was younger, she would always tell my business, and now that I'm older, I tell hers.
Funny thing, I heard her voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We sound a lot alike. Well, not in the register, but
I just heard because I've met her and talk. I heard her. Yeah.
You know what she would sound like saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Also make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe to our members only page, make sure you find that on our YouTube channel as well. Make sure you use your computer to find it. Also, make sure you find us on your favorite podcast station, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, not Google Podcasts. And also make sure you show some love to JLJ Media on YouTube and where all podcasts can be found.
Oh,
now
one thing. Sorry, did we mention that Me World
finally became a member?
Really? Oh, wow. I guess all the bullying worked. We bullied you into it.
499s are gone.
He gave us more money that could have all went to.
Thanks, Me World.
Thank you, Me World.
Yeah, now we better see you in our lives, our after the
virtual events.
Virtual events, yeah.
I feel like Me World would be one of those people that would join, but he would stay off camera.
Yeah,
he'd stay in the pool like Megan.
Yeah, and probably would use some voice altering thing. Thank you, Candace. Candace says, shout out to Dishin Days on being number 3 for top 30 best soap opera podcasts to check out.
Thanks, Candace. Congrats to yours as well. Hers were on the list. A lot of them, many of them.
She sent me that. I said, who did this list? Not even thank you, but who did this?
I did follow it. It's a site, and then they have the most random, like in terms of podcasts, they have the most random things.
It's actually good. It's a good site if you're into podcasts to like the way they group them and tell you. So yeah, it's a good site.
Will y'all send it in our group chat?
Mm-hmm.
What site? I'll take a look at it. I should start listening to podcasts. I should start listening to podcasts besides our own, and also watch more scripted TV. Watch a lot of reality. Oh well. Anyway,
I got bad news for you. It's slim pickings.
Insert daiquiri blossom.
That's why I'm drinking. I literally had a whole conversation last night with my friend who also loves soap. Said our content is being taken away, and so this is why we're drinking, and this is why we're going back to the beginning. We're going back to novels because we're like, not even Days is giving us like the super couples we want, and it's just depressing.
Yeah. Megan, what a way to get us to mention you. Hey, I'm listening out of one ear. Did you just mention me?
Who that called my name?
Did somebody say my name?
Attention when we said this whole conversation about my bar.
Is your name Elderflower Liqueur? Oh my god, that would be such a great drag name. Oh, and so would Daiquiri Blossom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Elderflower Liqueur.
That's a good one.
It'd be like an old person though. Be like James. I would be Daiquiri Blossom.
You look like a Daiquiri Blossom.
Thanks. Mm-hmm. We're trying to say you want to drink me?
No, like you.
I
could see you getting on stage and just blooming like.
Okay, that daiquiri blossom is kicking in.
She is kicked in,
She
honey.
just took a big old swig of it. I'm like, oh Lord, we got a good 20 minutes. Not even 20 minutes. We probably got like
Let's
7
move on
minutes before we get
a lecture.
Lord. I don't know what's gonna trigger her because she's gonna be like, okay, guys, so this is what I'm talking about. You guys don't understand.
I'm looking. I don't think I have any I don't have any beefs with any of the upcoming tidbits.
Okay, good.
It's all, if anything, the tidbits are where I found my joy this week.
All right. Well, let's talk about this first one. Three's Company 2. I love that Gwen von Lochner said, baby, I'm about to move into the mansion.
This is a perfect fit. This is where Gwen belongs. Like, these are her people. This is her family. This is where she belongs. I know EJ's annoyed about this, but honestly, EJ, this is probably the best thing for you. I miss when like the Dimeras were a unit. Like that doesn't happen often in the history of the show, but I liked it, especially that period. I loved when it was like Stefano and Kate and EJ was with Nicole, and then Lexi and Abe were around a lot with Theo, and then Chad, I forget who he was with, but like I liked them building up and Tony was with I think Tony and Anna were around at that point too. So like I feel like they need to build up this family and stop with the like at each other's throats. Let's like make them united about something. Like they don't have to be, you know, a remake of the Hortons, but like let's give them like some staying power and some force. And I think maybe like having Gwen there might do it. I don't know.
Dimera dysfunction is its own thing. We don't want them to be the Hortons. We don't need them to be the Hortons. We just need enough people in the house to create more shenanigans and chaos because that's what we love them for.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a picture of them, of the three of them, and I was just like, yeah, this fits. I feel bad though, because I feel like Gwen wanted to belong to Jack and, you know, JJ and, you know, be an aunt to Thomas and Charlotte, and, you know, but they will not open that door. In the words of Nene Leakes, the door is closed.
And listen, let's just make a switch. Chad is an honorary Horton now, as it is. He's barely a Dimera. Like we'll switch. We'll take the Dimeras will take Gwen. The Hortons will take Chad, and a clean switch here.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with going. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with going to the family that you belong with, as opposed to the family you were born into. You know, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what shenanigans they get into.
But one tiny little thing.
Oh yes.
Thomas, like Chad, can easily belong to both.
Thomas is a little shit stirrer.
Like, she was like, Aunt Gwen, why won't you give that woman her necklace back?
It's basically, why'd you take that lady's husband? Basically,
Thomas,
she could have said that too. I mean, yeah.
Thomas had no chill. She was standing there for the first time. Gwen was just, because everyone else has kind of been like that too, and she's like, "But this is right," you know. But this time she was like, "Well," but at first she was like, "Oh." So, all right.
Kids say the darndest things.
Kids say the darndest things. Justin Cassie wants to know what water bottle are you using?
Oh, it's the initials are SM. It's like, I forget the name. It's like Smart Method or something. Yeah, I'll find out later, but I forget. But it's the initials are like SM. Not
SNM.
No.
Cause I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. All right, let's move on to our next tidbit, which are some secret identities. Not Cat and Rafe having like alter names for each other in their phone.
Yeah, Kelly and James, is it?
I liked it actually.
Yeah.
I wanna give y'all. I'm gonna reprogram my phone with alternate names for y'all.
Okay.
You don't have that for anybody in your phone, Tony?
Like name? No. Usually in parentheses, I will put like how I know them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah, we all do that. Yeah.
But like I don't have like do not answer or this bitch or like
That is not incognito.
or like
No, like initials or like really like generic names.
mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I have to have that in my house.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I live with
Where
someone
you
who's
sneaking
super...
from?
No, because I live with someone who's super nosy and like all up in my business. So I'm like, and that's just some random person I
so when
want
they
to work
see
with.
Jenny called you 10 times, they don't know
Yes.
it's Ramon from down the street.
Yeah. It's like you don't know. You don't need to be all up in my business.
To the person who is nosy going through Araceli's phone, please start looking at the time that Jenny calls. If it's 2 a.m. with a followed by a you up.
That hasn't been the case in quite a while.
There go that daiquiri blossom, y'all. We are now proud sponsors of Daiquiri Blossom, where you too can cozy up on the couch with a glass, followed by a nice read of One Stormy Night. Okay, that's it for that storyline, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Secret Identities. Speaking of One Stormy Night, let's talk about the cover art of it, shall we? Discovered by Kayla. I love that Kayla was just very like, oh yeah, we read this. Oh, it's going to be a hit. It's so good. Da-da-da-da. Not. You realize that page number 89 and 107 were written by your daughter, who was trying to experience page 69 before you knocked on the door?
I'm also, I don't know. It's funny and it's cute and stuff, but it's starting to get a little one note though. Like how scandalous can this book be? Like I assuming they're trying to draw parallel, like this is like a 50 Shades of Grey kind of thing. But it's like, okay.
50 Shades of Grey isn't even scandalous anymore.
But even
that's what I'm saying. Like, how scandalous could it be that it's gonna like ruin her, or like she doesn't want it out, the reputation and all this stuff. It's like
it's the changing of the mindset that we need to work on here. It's that she's for all the talk of she's a grown woman, she has her own experiences, blah blah blah. She's still very much like grew up in well, she didn't grow up in a 2-parent household, but her parents had this epic love story. She's raised in pretty, like, not a super conservative, but pretty traditional family, all things considered. So that kind of mentality, I think, just still sticks with her. Plus, she's in PR, so she's used to being very, like, rigid about her words and her language and things like that. So it's more changing Stephanie's mindset when it comes to how she thinks people should perceive her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's where the embarrassment comes in there. So she hasn't yet learned to own that part of herself. Yeah.
Yo, the way, side note,
for those listening, Megan Bizarro just put up what was it? Oh, it's not like she's being caught at a Coldplay concert. Laugh out loud.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I love. I love the video of the sporting events that now have the Coldplay cam.
Yeah.
And it's couples who are like that, and then they're always like,
we needed this as a country. We needed
a
mess to unite us
yes.
for a minute before the next shit hits the fan.
Yeah, true.
And that was it. And we're still like no 24-hour cycle with this thing. We're still on it.
But you know what's funny though, Have you ever been to a concert or looked at like one of those jumbotron things? And I know I've said it. I'm like, oh, I hope they together because
I have thought of that before. Yeah,
and I feel like this is now Go ahead.
I was gonna say if they don't kiss, like sometimes they'll put it on a couple and they won't kiss, and I was like, oh, what's up with that? Or are you related? Or are you creeping? Or are you
And sometimes they'll be like, that's my brother. Like you'll see them like mouthing.
Yeah, that's why I usually just assume that.
But this time for the first time, it was like, oh, well, either they can't be seen together or they're having an affair.
Yeah.
The CEO having an affair. And I'm just like, oh, well.
With the HR lady. With the HR, like.
It was the coworker for me sitting there like this, smile from ear to ear, like you bitches just got busted. I'm keeping my job. I can't be fired. Yeah.
Nobody on that video had any kind of poker face.
I know
the situation.
Apparently, he resigned.
Yeah, so
which I'm like,
he better keep that job. His wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then they were saying the wife removed the last name, like from her profiles. I don't know,
but it's also like, girl, you knew.
Well, at least now she got proof. Now she can divorce him in the public eye and get whatever she wanted. Yeah,
that's the jury I want to be on.
Yes. Yeah. I said it before we started the show. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Well, I was going to transition to speaking of prizes and then go into our next tidbit. Oh, goodness. All right. Our last tidbit we have is called Second Thoughts. And this is about Sophia and her situation. She is now utilizing this time with Tate supposedly being gone to the lake, but couldn't go to the lake because Holly and Ari got kidnapped. She said, baby, this is the time. We about to have this baby. While he gone, I'm going to Chicago. But let me tell you this, shout out to Sophia. Because remember a few months ago when I said, Sophia, this is what you need to say to your mama.
Oh, yeah.
Sophia was, no, you don't need to come to Chicago.
Yeah.
I got this. Get off my phone. Goodbye. Like,
and then Amy Choi screaming at the husband, like she's in Chicago. It's a big city. I'm gonna find her. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to narrow that down a little bit?
Yeah.
Start with the bean and then move your way into the
He's like, I don't know where to look. It's a big city. Find her.
Right. Figure it out. But I will say, please, Rachel Boyd. Please flag all of this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because and again, going back to Marnie and Bob for finding people who have the talent to do this. There's something about her delivery that makes it innocent, yet heartfelt and worried, yet happy and relieved. It's all these emotions that you have to wonder, where do you tap into that? Especially being so young. Because most of the time as an actor, we pull things to like that we can relate to so that we can, and the fact that she's able to like emote this young mom who had to make a decision to give up her child to see the child with Leo and Javi and keep it together, but slightly losing it. Happy that the kid is happy, sad that she's conveying so much that I was like, oh, emerging talent nomination.
Yeah,
right
definitely.
Here.
Actually,
100%.
I forgot to mention this last week, but now that you're saying this, Tony, about showing the innocence of her, that scene where she grabbed the light, the glow sticks and was doing the like 4th of July. She looked so innocent and like a child. It was like a weird like thing of relief for her where you're like, oh, you really felt for her in that moment. Like,
yeah,
just 18 years old. This girl like she looks so innocent. And I have to say, we loved Madeline, the original Sophia, and thought she was great in what she brought to it. And I think when Rachel came in, we were like, oh, I think she looks a little younger and she comes off more teenager, not in a bad way, but more of a teenager. And I think that has come to fruition now, and it works so well. So hands off to not only her, but Marnie for bringing her in. But yeah, she has just been killing it lately.
Yeah. She's given Laurel. Did you hear what I said, Dina? I'm a woman now. That's what it's giving. But she's and I love the scene with her and Melinda. Just that continued relatability, that vulnerability, Melinda being there for her. Like this is a duo that you didn't see coming.
Yeah.
But you appreciate so much.
Yeah.
It's all so good.
Yeah, she's definitely ignited or reinvigorate the storyline, because I was like, it's getting kind of stale. Like, what are we doing here? What's happening?
Yeah.
And I feel like this story has played out in real time. Like, you know, usually people are pregnant. And they're pregnant on the show for maybe like 5 months or like 4 months, and they fast forward a little bit. But no, I feel like since she got pregnant, we've been dealing with the storyline for 9 months.
This is a 9-month storyline. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes it just made for, you know, we're talking about how we like Melinda being interjected. It completely made sense for that character to be her sounding voice or the help. Yeah. And you really believe, you see like the softer side of Melinda, you know what I mean? Even though like there's schemes going on, there's lies being told, you're rooting for them to work.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
It's like she's just.
And that scene when she saw Leo and Javi with the baby was so good. Like, it was a mix of wanting to like grab the baby and take it back versus like he's in a good place, I'm happy kind of a thing. So yeah, that scene was really well done.
It really was like and you could tell like that she was wrestling with like the emotions of it all, and she was trying to keep it. She was trying to make sure like, I don't want to give too much, that like I'm the mother and but like, you know, and kudos to her.
And kudos as well to Melinda, because she said the thing that Sophia needed to hear, which is that I am here for you. It's not about, for me, it's not about the baby. Not that the baby doesn't matter, but it's that my role here is to be a sounding board just for you. Not an expectation of what's good for the baby, what's good for your parents, what's good for the father, what's good for you. And, you know, down the road, Melinda may get blamed for how this turned out, or for what, you know, whatever circumstances play out from this point on. But the thing that I hope that people remember is this: well, you know what? Melinda would never have been in the picture if any one of you had just put her needs first, had just put Sophia first, and just put her in the center and said, tell me what you want and we will do it.
Tell me what you want. Only Justin got that reference. Yes, true. All right, well, that was it.
I know.
Well, everyone, that was your week of Days of Our Lives. Now it's time to go into our favorite part of our show, which are our segments. And we're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Y'all already know. Rachel Boyd gets my 3 Snaps Award. Number 1 for telling off her mama, because that was a long time coming. She basically said, Mama, stay out my business. Okay. I'm in Chicago. No, you don't need to come here. Leave me alone. I got this. Click. Okay. She is showing range. She is showing emotions. She is taking us through the journey of a young mother who had to make a very adult decision. So, Sophia Choi, Rachel Boyd, for all that you have gone through and all that you have shown us, and for taking us through your journey and finally telling off your mama, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap.
There we go. And now it's time for Caption That.
All right, this Caption That photo comes courtesy of Doug the Third, looking at the photo of Holly and Ari and their glamour kidnap shot. And this week's caption goes to, who I think is in the chat right now, at Dual Fan, whose real name was not on their Instagram profile, so I don't know. At Dual Fan on Instagram with their caption, "Just wanted caffeine, got served a whole situation." Thought it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
And this photo got quite a bit of traffic this week.
On Twitter?
On everywhere, I saw that the caption that people were like into, like trying to figure out a good caption for this one.
Well, on Twitter, you need to look at how many were from one particular person.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got some good ones. I got some good. This one tickled me though.
No, don't mind me. I'm just going over to Twitter. And that was Caption That. And now let's travel back, shall we, to
Those were the days.
Wow.
All right, everyone, taking you back to July 15th, 1977, when Andrea Hall, located there on the left of this picture, Deidre Hall's real-life twin sister, debuted as Samantha Evans. So yeah, you're not seeing double there. That is Samantha on the right and Marlena. Samantha on the left and Marlena on the right, actually, with Don Craig in the middle. Mm-hmm. And for those of Days Extended, I did a little bit of a deep dive on Andrea Hall, who is the real-life twin sister of Deidre Hall, who not only played Samantha Evans, Sandy's namesake, in the 70s, but also came back and originated the role of Hattie Adams in the late 90s, early 2000s. So yeah, so go check that out. And that was July 15th, 1977, when Andrea Hall debuted as Samantha Evans.
And
Those were the days.
And now it's time for It's a Gift.
And this week's It's a Gift goes to the delightful Miss Gwen von Leuschner and her drinking / shenanigans buddy, Kristen Dimera, having a good old giggle at EJ. And this, if they were teenagers, this would be the twin sisters just torturing the little brother to death. And it gives me oodles of joy just to see it. Yeah, I hope that they give EJ the good amount of torture that he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, for the sake of my funny bone.
All right, and that was It's a Gift. And now it's time for News and Gossip.
Starting off this week, we had a couple of Emmy celebrations. First one was Alan Locker sat down with our day's nominees to talk about everything Emmy. You can check out that interview at the Locker Room on the YouTube channel. Very fun, interesting with everyone there. And then second, Tony and Michael attended Annalyn McCord's Emmy nomination party. And happy belated birthday to Annalyn, celebrated her birthday this week. But in addition to both of them, Julie Duff, Kennedy Garcia, and fellow nominee Emily O'Brien were in attendance. But Tony and Michael, how was it? What can you share with us since you guys went?
Annalyn is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
adorable,
And her sisters are lovely, lovely people. I was telling Justin beforehand, like even like their people, like at one point I went up to redeem. Tony, remember where I was talking to you about the drink tickets?
Yes.
Somehow I ended up with like 4. But I went up at one point to get a drink, and a guy that was with Angel McCord was like, "It'll take forever. We'll just order your drink." He was like, "Come here. We'll just order your drink with ours. What do you want?" And so I was like, oh yeah, I told him, here's my drink. And he had like 5. So he was like, no, never mind. He's like, forget it. So then I was able to, and then someone else gave me theirs, whatever. But no, my point is everyone was lovely. It was great.
You got sloshed.
No, I had because then I only used 2. I only got 2 glasses of wine. 3 glasses of wine. But
Is that your final answer?
No, it was lovely meeting Anna Lynn. She was just a beam of light. I started my interaction with her being like, wow, birthday and Emmy nomination, big fucking week. And then I was like, I probably shouldn't. Then I was like, I probably shouldn't be swearing. But no, she was lovely. Her sisters were lovely. It was a cool little party. Yeah.
It was a good time. I couldn't stay long though because I had to go host my show. So I'm glad I was just able to pop in, say hi, kiki with Michael Mattis for a little bit. And then I had to peace out.
Sure.
It was fun. I mean, and it's great to celebrate that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So kudos to her.
Yeah, people know Anna Lynn's been around for a while, so to get recognition, is really nice for coming on days and being recognized.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll see what happens with their Emmy nominations in October. So stay tuned for those. Next up, we are sending well wishes and feel better to our own Leo Howard, who had a really unpleasant experience recently when he was accidentally roofied while he was out to dinner with his wife. Natasha updated that he is doing okay, but yeah, it's, prevalent on everyone, not just women, everyone. When you go out, having fun with your friends, make sure you keep an eye on your drinks so that you are all staying safe. Yes. Whew. Yeah, but don't worry, he's doing well.
Keep an eye on your drinks and your phones.
Yes, your drinks and your phones always. Yes, and go with a buddy.
Next up, we last week told you about Greg Ricard and Rebecca Budding's new podcast, Soapy, and that Deidre Hall would be an upcoming guest. Well, little did we know, literally right after we got off air, she was on the next episode, which dropped like a day or two later. But yeah, Tuesday, Deidre Hall guest starred on Soapy this week. New podcast, of course, Greg and Rebecca. She talked about taking on the iconic role of Marlena, organizing the first Soap fan event, and then her most memorable storyline. So you can check that out on the CBS YouTube channel. Look under Soapy for her episode there.
Can I side note for a second? Congrats to Soapy. Very happy for them. Now, how do we get Dishin Days as the official after show podcast for Days?
A Peacock.
You need a meeting.
Would people be interested in that? Picture it. Like, we have a set, which I know where we could do it. I just wonder if we would have to redo our time and if we'd still be live. But those are just minor details. But after a conversation with a friend of mine, I was like, we have been at this for 10 years. It would be nice to have to be more affiliated with Peacock and be like the official podcast for Days.
Yeah.
Oh, Annette has a lot of good questions. I think Annette, you're our manager. But I do think that I think it'll be helpful to do these. I think it'll get more eyes and more people involved. I think.
You could also just take out the word "more" there and just put "money." Period. But
right. Yeah. Can we start? How do we start a campaign?
Yeah.
I feel like the fans. Okay, this is a call out to fans. If you want to see Dishin Days as the official podcast for Peacock's Days of Our Lives, what should they do? Should they tweet Days? Or tag Days, tag Peacock, and like get everybody and their mama to.
Yes, all the above.
As long as I can remain my uncouth self, I would be on board.
Yes, like we are promoters of the show forever and always. That does not mean that we are not allowed to critique, to provide. We are fans with open arms, but we are also, you know, very broad strokes, very dedicated critics.
But you know,
Respectful.
Respectful. We are respectful critics.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing about us is that we've always been respectful, which is why people like us. Yeah. Also, while we're on this, this is announcement. Day of Days has not been announced yet. No one knows any information about Day of Days. We don't know nothing. We ain't got nothing.
No,
We don't know. But as soon as it's announced, we will make sure you guys know. I've been getting so many messages about Day of Days that I'm I don't know. I don't know. So we just hope.
I mean, all we have to do is go on whatever, not information, but whatever pattern we've seen over the last few years. We know it's usually end of October, beginning of November. So it coincides with, that's when it usually is.
Mm-hmm.
I think last year was the year we got info a little bit earlier than we usually do, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they told us in August.
Last year was in July. The year before that, it was in September.
Yeah.
Yes.
The year before that, it was like 2 weeks before the event.
And given the fact that the Emmys are in October this year, you know, anything could happen. We will update you as soon as we know, as soon as we are given the go-ahead. That being said, please, please, please be very mindful and spread the word of being very mindful of these supposed third-party spoilers on YouTube and such who think they know certain facts that they do not.
Basically, we're telling you what we tell you every year. When we know, we'll let you know.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you can trust that when we know, we'll let you know.
Exactly. That's it. And that's that on that. Now back to news and gossip.
Next up, the Day Players are continuing.
Who?
The Day Players are continuing their 2025 tour dates with upcoming shows in Glendale, Toronto. That's going to be a big one. Cedar Rapids, as well as 2 new shows in Des Moines and Omaha. So please keep an eye on those shows. If they are coming to a city near you, please go ahead and go to thedayplayersband.com for tickets and information.
The who?
The Day Players.
Glendale.
Yeah.
Bless their hearts.
And next up, we have Starstruck Vid Events. We have their one-day event, Sunday, August 3rd, happening in Long Beach. Stars in attendance, Teo Penglis, Lane Hunley, Susan Hayes, Brian DiTillo, and Suzanne Rogers. This one, series inquiries, DM at StarstruckFan2 on Instagram or email StarstruckFans2@AOL.com for information for that specific event. Other upcoming events, we have the one in Orlando, which has officially been rescheduled from October because it clashes with the Emmys to now September 19th to 21st, 2025. Supposedly the same people are still. We will keep you updated on that, but it's Stacey Hydu, Casey Moss, Sherry Jimenez, Paul Telford, Lindsay Godfrey, Matt Ashford, and Brian DiTillo. And more info to come on that. And then we told you about a save the date for a fan event happening at Stone Mountain Park in Georgia. That one is going to be December 13th to 14th. And we're waiting on talent and more details to come for that. But all tickets and information, go to starstruckfanevents.com.
I wonder if they would invite us to the August 3rd event.
Oh, the Long Beach
We
one?
should see, that we could always do like a pop in or
pop in,
take a day off from the show.
Road trip.
Go up there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Star Image Entertainment has 2 upcoming events. The first will be the Day Players Partnership for The Day Players will be in for their Toronto show. That'll be September 6th of this year. And then their second one will be the big Days of Our Lives Men in Nashville. So that'll be October 4th and 5th at the Holiday Inn Nashville Downtown Stadium. For tickets information on both of these events, go to eventbrite.com/Star Image Entertainment.
And we have some updates for Samantha and Friends events. They actually got a few updates for the different events. One, the Haunted Mansion has just added Carolyn Hennessy and Camilla Banos. That one is taking place during the weekend of September 13th to 14th of this year. And then the Wizard of Waverly Place, we got a lineup update. Has actually
Wizards of Harry Potter.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was like, wait, that sounded different. I was like,
that's a different wizarding
weird.
show.
Yeah,
not the Wizard of Waverly Place.
And I think I almost saved it as that too. That's where I got that from. And literally, I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right, but I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the weekend of May 2nd and 3rd. As you can see, the lineup has been announced there. And then, of course, we told you about the upcoming Arabian Nights event happening September 12th to 13th. Talent and details for that one is still to come. We're still waiting on updates on that one. But all tickets and info, you can go to samanthaandfriends.org.
Yes.
Wait,
What?
are there two events at the same time?
No, this one was a previous because they...
No. I mean, Samantha and Friends and Starstruck. Are they on the same weekend?
No, I think the Star Trek one is the 19th, the following week.
Oh, the following week.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Got
the
it.
19th of the 20, whatever.
Oh gosh, we're gonna have to make a calendar now.
Yeah, the Orlando one is September 19th to 21st.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Next up, this is the last update we'll be providing for this because this will be next Sunday. This is the movie night fundraiser for Stacey Hyduke's short film Brand New Cadillac. That will be next Sunday, September 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 4 p.m. Pacific time. So we will still be on air with that. This will be the full short film screening, a chat with Stacey, and a silent auction. This will be hosted by Melissa Michelle. In order to get tickets for this, please Venmo Ruby Mellis at AOL.com or PayPal Zelle Lebo 825 at gmail.com. I believe the information will be so you want to screenshot this or come back to it later. I believe it's also on Stacey's page as well. So please go to her Instagram to make sure you get that updated information.
And if you guys we saw the film. The film is really good. If you haven't been able to see it, I would partake in this. They definitely want to make this a full length film. And this will help them do that. So if you guys, can participate and support, please do. It's a great film to watch with them, and then of course interact with Stacey afterwards, who is always a bundle of joy and energy. So you guys really support this if you can. Oh, and that was
news and gossip.
And now, everyone, let's take a look at what's coming up this week on Peacock's Days of Our Lives.
Next week, one story ends.
I'm really sorry.
You have a great deal of potential.
One life starts.
Are you okay?
I had the baby already.
And the clock keeps ticking.
I'm willing to try anything to find the culprits.
Who are you talking to? Tell me what you saw.
And ticking.
You didn't run into him while you were living there? Looks like Dimitri might not be the only Dimera who's gone MIA.
Until time.
If we can get this grade off, we can use it to crawl away to freedom. Something's happening!
Runs out.
Mom, wake up.
All new Days of Our Lives only on Peacock.
Lord.
It's going to be a good week next week.
I forgot about Steph and Dimera.
I forgot the Von Loishners are from Alamania. I was like, wait, what is she talking about? And then it clicked. I was like,
there's a lot of like interweaving happening. I'm really going to enjoy this week. Yes, Dual Fan, yes, we did. There was only today that it happened. Didn't remember, but yes, happy birthday to former Days of Our Lives, current Beyond the Gates writer Jamie Giddens, who provides us with all kinds of fun stuff. Yes.
I'm sad that Doug is leaving.
I'm sad
Yeah.
that Doug is leaving.
Oh, yes,
But
and
no.
happy birthday, Jamie. I'm sad
Yes.
that Doug is leaving.
I'm sad Doug is leaving. And no, we don't know if Stefan is coming back. We don't know anything. Stop asking us.
We really don't.
We don't.
You can
We do.
ask us all you want. Just don't expect an answer.
I will say this: we do it on purpose because we like to just know what's happening in the week and talk about that. We don't like to know anything else beyond that. So that way, when we get asked and we say we don't know, we're saying we're being honest.
We don't need.
Just wait. Just wait, everyone. Just wait until April 2026 when you see the brand new Chad.
It's marked on my calendar.
Marked on mine.
Marked on my calendar. It's marked on my calendar as a basement flood.
Wow.
All I had to do was send you a reel.
Not basement.
A mess. All right, y'all. That has been Dishin Days for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Before we head out, though, Mattis, where can they find you and your work?
You can find me on Instagram and X at MLMattis and at MLImagesLA.
Love it. Justin Lee Hareld.
Find me on Instagram at Justin Lee Hareld.
Araceli Aviles.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Tia323 Araceli.
Daiquiri blossom with the elderflower.
Let me see. Last one.
You ever look at somebody and you're like, there's nothing else in there?
Yeah.
That was that moment. You
You
guys can find
top the bottom to get it all.
right. You guys can find me on all social media platforms at Loungin' with Tony, or you can find us, Dishin Days Show on Facebook and Dishin Days on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads, and also on our YouTube channel. I realized I forgot to mention that one before we head out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, we will see you next Sunday for another full dish of this week's episodes of Peacock's exclusive #1 award-winning hit soap opera Days of Our Lives. Thank you, Mama, for tuning in, and we will see you all soon. Have a wonderful week. Be safe, and make sure you watch Days of Our Lives Monday through Friday on Peacock. Until then, everyone, have a wonderful week. Ta-ta for now. Bye.